Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Vans addresses flawed laser-cut parts. Wheels Up sues flyExclusive. Joby submits Stage 3 certification plans to FAA. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Vans addresses flawed laser-cut parts. In response to customer reports of cracks appearing in parts manufactured via laser cutting processes between February 2022 and June 2023, Vans Aircraft has disseminated a letter setting forth, quote, "As many of you likely know, some of the laser cut parts made during that period have formed cracks in holes either when being dimpled by a builder or when riveting a dimpled hole. There are a variety of variables that may contribute to this occurring. Vans will manufacture and replace affected laser-cut dimpled parts with CNC punched parts. The linked update provides an initial description of our plan to prioritize that process, and we will update you as the process is executed and refined. We will also be communicating this issue and related details directly to customers over the next several days. We will also be publishing a list of affected parts and status for each later this week. In addition, we are conducting tests along with a nationally recognized testing lab to fully understand the situation. This is a complex process, and we are committed to working hard on it and communicating with customers regularly throughout until the work is complete." End quote. Coming up after the break, Japan Airlines to test clothing rental program.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Japan Airlines to test clothing rental program. In a move certain to raise eyebrows, Japan Airlines has teamed with Japanese worldwide trading concern and clothing manufacturer Sumitomo Corporation for a purpose of offering the air carrier's passengers a clothing rental service. The scheme's architects posit that passengers will travel with fewer bags if afforded the opportunity to rent fashionable, comfortable clothing at their destinations. Fewer bags equals diminished aircraft weight, which in turn equals diminished fuel expenditure and correspondingly lower CO2 emissions. Industry coalition defends air service to small communities. A coalition of aviation industry groups has cautioned the White House, Congress, DOT, and the FAA about inaccurate and unflattering characterizations of Part 135 air carriers engaged in the conduct of public charter flights for purpose of providing vital air service to small U.S. communities. The coalition noted, quote, "has been misused by economic competitors that, with no evidence of safety and security concerns, seek to prevent Part 135 operators from conducting public charter flights. These unsubstantiated claims do a disservice to this well-established regulatory framework and the safe, secure transportation services its operators provide to the traveling public." End quote. Viva Aerobus to acquire 90 new A321neo airliners. Mexican ultra-low-cost airline Viva Aerobus has signed an MOU with Airbus for 90 A321neo aircraft, with which the Monterrey International Airport-based air carrier seeks to drive its international and domestic growth. The newly signed MOU brings the airline's order book to 170 A320 family aircraft. Viva Aerobus CEO Juan Carlos Zuazua stated, quote, "These 90 A321neo 240-seater aircraft will allow us to grow and renew our fleet and remain the youngest in Latin America. The technology and operational efficiency of the A321neos will improve our operational reliability, on-time performance, and provide an unmatched passenger experience." End quote. MidContinent to expand Wichita headquarters. MidContinent Instruments and Avionics is making ready to break ground on a 28,000 square foot addition to its Wichita, Kansas headquarters. The expansion is part of the company's long-term plan to accommodate increased global customer demand. MidContinent Instruments and Avionics President and CEO Todd Winter stated, quote, "This project is an example of our ongoing commitment to innovation. We invest heavily in research and development to propel our industry forward. Expanding our company allows us to grow our manufacturing facilities, in-house design, testing capabilities, and engineering department," end quote. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Wheels Up sues flyExclusive. Wheels Up has filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court Southern District of New York, alleging flyExclusive, a charter operator, wrongfully terminated a contract to fly the plaintiff's members on the Friday preceding the busy July 4th holiday weekend. Wheels Up contends flyExclusive's failure to meet its contractual obligation caused the former, quote, "serious harm warranting compensatory damages," end quote. The action pits the U.S.'s third-largest private jet flight provider, based on the metric of charter and fractional hours, against the nation's fifth-largest such concern. While the two companies compete in the same market sector, Wheels Up, since November 2021, has contracted flyExclusive to provide flights for its members under a guaranteed rate program. The relationship between the two air charter giants has, for the most part, been amicable and mutually beneficial, until now. flyExclusive launched its membership program in 2020, ergo the company's aircraft fleet significantly exceeded the needs of its members. Wheels Up conversely struggled with a surplus of members, some 12,000 of them, and required additional aircraft to adequately service the throng. The provisions of the two companies' GRP stipulate Wheels Up members are guaranteed travel aboard flyExclusive's aircraft, provided they book their flights a specified number of hours in advance of departure. And after these messages, Joby submits Stage 3 certification plans to FAA.
Unbridled passion, unequaled performance, unlimited possibilities.
Hartzell Aviation, you are cleared for takeoff.
Introducing Hartzell Aviation, leading general aviation companies united by the Hartzell guiding principle of built on honor, a commitment to uphold the highest standards in quality, performance, and support. Hartzell Propeller, Hartzell Engine Tech, Hartzell Aerospace Welding. We are Hartzell Aviation.
Now boarding at hartzellaviation.com.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Welcome back. Joby submits Stage 3 certification plans to FAA. Joby Aviation has submitted the entirety of its certification plan to the FAA, thereby occasioning the imminent completion of the third of 5 stages upon which the FAA certification of new aircraft types is predicated. Dubbed compliance planning, the third stage of the FAA's type certification protocol calls for the OEM of the aircraft for which certification is sought to specify the tests, analyses, and reports by which it intends to demonstrate its design's compliance with applicable regulations as defined in requirements definitions, the antecedent certification stage. In February 2023, Joby became the first eVTOL maker to complete the requirements definition stage of the FAA certification process. Previously, and somewhat predictably, the company in December 2022 earned the distinction of being the first eVTOL concern to complete Stage 1, conceptual design, of the FAA's approbation convention and have its certification basis published in the U.S. Federal Register. Joby's Stage 3 submittals include some 12 area-specific certification plans germane to both the hardware and software facets of its inchoate eVTOL, to include the machine's flight controls, energy storage and distribution architecture, and propulsion system. In addition to submitting the whole of its ASCPs, Joby has provided the FAA detailed plans for its eVTOL cybersecurity and system safety schemes. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!